All right. It is Hellish War from their Keep It Hellish release. That one was called Fire and Killing, and it is us.
Yeah.
Rainbow Black says Neely sounds like John tonight.
Does he?
Wow, maybe because I am Neely tonight, or his substitute somehow.
So
You are.
So Neely,
Yeah.
tell me about the Confederate flag.
I'd actually like to bring Don Dokken on the show for an interview instead.
Don, have you ever used a Confederate flag as a cape? MAGA!
So speaking of MAGA,
Yeah.
so one of the things that I wanted to bring to the show.
All right.
is something you guys talked about last week, and you guys feel free to jump in at any time, obviously.
All right.
You guys were talking about microaggressions
Yes.
last week, and Neely mentioned the website, I think it's microaggressions.net.
Okay. Do you think that or do you know that?
I'm almost positive. Will you shut the fuck up? You already trolled me this week about the Browns in the fucking NFL draft.
Stop trying to be like this fucking almost caring fuck.
I'm not caring.
There might be a site out there. It's I don't know.
No, I'm not doing that. I don't remember.
Even though I'm tuned into it on my phone,
I'm not tuned into it. I copied and pasted it into a document I'm reading. I'm not on the website.
He gave me a business card. It says almost caring fuck.
That'd be perfect, man. No, but I actually went on that site, and it's like, I know you guys didn't do it. I don't know if you did during the week or anything, but I know you didn't during the segment. Dude, that shit, 95% of it is literally just people getting butthurt in situations where all you have to do is go, dude, you're an ignorant dick. Why are you butthurt over this? And I had to copy and paste a few of them. Oh, my God. Jim, look in the chat.
He posted that once before. I actually saved that picture.
But, yeah.
We all remember that party.
That is awesome.
Well, I don't think you do, but
Yeah.
No, not at the time.
But, yeah, so I pulled a few things because it's like I had to follow up on this because that website, it's like Steph said it today in the car. I was reading her these things like, can you believe this? And she goes, well, everybody needs a safe space. I guess they found theirs. Some of the shit on here, these quote-unquote microaggressions, are so fucking ridiculous.
all right.
It's, oh, my God. And it's all you have to do is be like, well, you're just an idiot. But there's a few that are just completely ridiculous. There's one that says, teacher, what do they look like? Referring to a picture of a Middle Eastern woman in hijabs. Or hijabs, whatever they're... Yeah. Student, terrorists. Teacher, I was looking for religious, traditional, or worried. But yes, that too. Good, Tyler. So this person's this person's pissed off because the teacher said, yeah, that too. It's like, why are you pissed? 9/11 happened. You see somebody in a fucking turban. Oh, sorry, Joe. And you see somebody in a fucking turban, they're going to look like a fucking terrorist. Why is it offensive? That's true.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What the fuck?
The rule of law is you're always you're not as guilty as who you are. You're always as guilty as who the person before you was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the rule of law. So yeah, dude, stop there for 1 second.
Sure.
So yesterday, the WWE had what they called the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Oh, the England one?
No, Saudi Arabia.
Oh, Saudi Arabia.
Oh, boy.
And so I'm watching this thing, and it was 5 fucking hours. I mean, it was long as a motherfucker.
God, that's like WrestleMania length.
It was very long.
Was this like a live news
Yeah,
thing?
it was live. It was
Okay.
live from noon to 5
Okay.
yesterday afternoon. And it was in Saudi Arabia. So, of course, there was not a woman's match to be found. There were no women wrestlers in 5 hours of wrestling yesterday.
Really?
They didn't bring any of the women over.
And they're promoting all the women's division stuff like crazy
Like
lately.
hard, but no women yesterday. So, but what I noticed, and it brings to your point, is so I'm watching the wrestling, and you know, even if you guys aren't, I know you guys are not wrestling guys, but you've seen it, right? I mean, you've seen it on TV.
Dude, I was a fan for years.
Okay.
I probably stopped about 2000.
Well, bottom line is you've
You and
seen
me
it.
is same
There's-
thing, Jim. Same thing.
There's like one angle, or Yeah, there's one angle that they usually show, which is kind of a front on.
Yeah.
Angle, and then you can see the crowd in the back, right?
Right.
And then usually the people in the front 2-3 rows, they got some signs and they're jumping up and down,
Sure.
and there's some asshole that's dressed like the Macho Man, and right.
Yep.
So I'm watching this Royal Rumble, greatest Royal Rumble yesterday, and the first 2 rows is nothing but fucking Arab guys in their white bullshit with their red fucking picnic table on cloth on their head.
Oh,
Picnic
you mean
table.
towel heads.
See,
Yeah,
dude, those
and-
picnic table designs that denotes status.
Oh, does it?
Oh yeah, if you have
I-
certain picnic table designs, you're more
I
higher
didn't
up
realize.
on the status ladder than other picnic table designs.
I thought it just
Does
represented.
a mustard stain put you higher or lower on that?
But the one thing that I noticed, and it drove me crazy, and this is just me being the idiot that I am, the Arabs, and I don't know if it's a power thing or what it actually is, they sit with their arms on a rest out like this, like out.
Yeah.
Instead of like getting up. None of the first 2 row, like all the first 2 row people, I'm going to assume are the people that had money.
Oh, yeah.
Like the most money in Saudi Arabia, but they all were sitting like they were kings at the court. They're all like, "Hey," and I was like,
Put a magic carpet under them, they float up in the air.
"Magic carpet." They just pull it off their head, sit on it.
Now you're being
But-
racist.
Okay, but
Towel heads.
But
That's what I call
well,
them.
here's where it
Camel
comes,
jockeys.
here's where it comes in.
I have more terms. I'm not going to.
here's where what you're bringing up, John, comes into play. So they had 0 women's wrestlers there, and in fact, they had that douchebag Brian Saxton doing double duty as both an announcer and like the backstage ring guy that usually does the interviews because they didn't have any women to do the interviews. They had him doing the interviews. So sure as shit,
Oh my god!
I see. What happened?
Hail and kill. Fuck you, pal. Hijab.
Nice. So
That is.
So sure as shit, there's a thing on ABC News today that the WWE apologized to the Saudi government because there were videos of indecent women. And what it was a probably 10-second promo for their next pay-per-view where they showed like a still shot of the 2 women in like halter tops. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? But so this microaggression shit, it's not only limited to here.
Why are they even fucking doing that shit over there?
Because
Dude, that's exactly
coin.
what I was going to ask. Like,
Coin.
you know what you're getting into. Like,
Yeah.
Because Vince McMahon knows how to make money.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Do
he
they
have
need
enough?
Do they need that many places to go to get coin though? Do they have to go there?
Especially Vince McMahon.
it's a business. Well,
They're growing that
I
business.
mean, I would be
Yeah.
worried about safety going there.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. It
All
looked
those
pretty.
fucking interlopers, you know.
No, I'll be honest with you. It's same with me, and I've been asked to go out with a band.
Yeah.
I don't want to travel anymore, especially overseas nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was in the military for 20 years. I've been overseas a zillion times.
Right.
I don't want to do it in the way the world is now.
Oh man, England and Germany, all fucked up.
Yeah.
dude, my current job, I have a management position, and one of my reports.
Ooh,
Now,
manager.
wait a minute. This is, shut
Ooh.
the fuck up. This actually.
you sir.
No.
Mr.
Thank
Drake. Mr. Drake, can I take a day off?
Look, this actually has bearing. Damn it. Anyways, I had to
Can
approve.
I get some extra PTO, Mr.
One of my
Drake?
reports.
for a hand job, Mr. Drake?
God damn it. One of my reports is Syrian, and she literally, like, she's coming back Monday, but she's been gone the entire month of April.
Yeah.
She went back to Syria, and it was literally about 3 days after she left where all that chemical attack shit went down. We're like, is she coming back to work? Like, and we're like, we can't even believe she's going there. Like, her family's from there and everything, and like, holy shit. Like, yeah, like, why would you go there? I'm
Does
like,
she wear the Unabomber gear?
she does not.
All right, I'm just asking.
Does not.
Just asking.
No.
No,
But
the
anyway.
way, the way the world is now, I'd be afraid to go anywhere overseas.
Well, people are fucking pussies. That's why I wanted to bring up these microaggression things. It's like, it's like,
If you'd asked me fucking 20 years ago, I'd have been gone in a heartbeat.
I traveled the world.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I had a death in the family this week, and I was at a wake last night, and we were looking at pictures of where they used to live, and it was like East 117th in Superior,
Right.
which right now in Cleveland, if you go there and you're a white guy, you're going to die. But back then, it looks like a normal like 2-story house, and there's
Right.
like kids
Yeah.
running around the
Yeah.
streets and everything, and you're like, what the fuck, man?
Right.
Like you can't do what you did back then, and it's just ugh.
That's a different ball game these
I
days. That's for
remember
sure.
the days at 93rd and Miles. My grandparents.
93rd
God.
and Miles.
My grandparents used to live there back. This is
What were they? Gun raisers?
well. This was in the 60s, and my grandfather owned Ohio Station up down there.
All right.
And I remember as a kid going down there, and it got so bad that first he got a dog, because he got broke into.
Right.
Then he bought a gun.
All right.
Stole
And
the
then,
dog.
and then 2 more, 2 more years later, they moved. But I actually have to come up 93rd sometimes with
All right.
with the things I do. And one day I decided I'm gonna go take a look at my grandparents' house. Thank God it was raining because nobody was out.
Right.
But I wouldn't go down there in the middle of summer day because I'm afraid of getting fucking shot.
yeah.
And this Ohio Station, I can tell you exactly, it's now a beer and wine store. Because the blue stripe is still across the front of the fucking
Now
store.
that'd be racist and shit.
Well, you know, I'm just saying. I remember that neighborhood when I was a wee little kid.
Right.
And now I'm afraid to go down there.
Yeah, I wouldn't
The
go down
doors are
there.
locked, the windows are up, and if I could carry a gun, I would
Well, this
in that job.
Well, why can't you?
funny you mentioned that because one of the microaggressions. Speaking of racism, I highlighted a few because this ties into what you're saying, and it's also one of the most ridiculous fucking things ever. It's on that
Okay.
microaggressions website. Listen to this crap.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, so and basically what they do is like on this website, it's someone typing their experience, so they're typing from first person. So when entering an elevator with white people, and I am the only woman of color, I quickly press the button correlated with the floor I need and slide backwards away from the buttons to avoid the entitlement of someone casually and rudely demanding I press the floor they need without so much as a thank you. I'm not the elevator operator.
What?
Further, their index fingers appear to be fully functional. Hashtag, I do not work for you. So apparently this person, a microaggression was someone going, hey, can you please press the floor
hit-
button?
Next time, just cram the finger up her ass.
Yeah. I mean, but that's what's on this site. That's why I wanted to bring it up. Like, when you mentioned the site on the show last week, I'm like, I have to look this up. And this shit is fucking unbelievable. Here's another one. So this is like, what it is like, a lot of times they'll say what was said to them and then their reaction. So this
All right.
one is, quote unquote, can you move these chairs so I can sit down with my friend and eat? White woman to me, a black man. I was waiting in line to be seated at a restaurant in Washington, D.C. So basically, this guy's like waiting in line to sit down. This woman already has a seat and asks this guy to move a chair so that she can sit down. And that's a problem.
Why?
That's what I'm saying. This is what the world has fucking come to. Dude, I mean, all this shit is fucking ridiculous. I mean, here's one. Looking for clothes for my soon-to-be baby. Find several outfits with Little Genius on them, all in blue and labeled boys. Under girls and gender-neutral clothing, only cute, adorable, etc. No girl geniuses? Seriously?
Oh, shut up.
Okay,
Dude, I'm
that-
telling you.
Does this sound like millennial shit?
The
Yeah.
genius
Yeah.
onesie is right next
Well,
to the
you
girl's
know
cum
what?
guzzler onesie.
Right.
Yeah.
On the pole.
Dude, I mean, and it goes, I mean, here, okay. I'm in a restaurant with my husband and child. We're obviously a family. The waiter is taking our order. For you, sir, to my husband. For you, miss, to me. Why does my husband consistently get the honorific title, but I only get the diminutive title? It happens to us at restaurants throughout my northern city.
Wait a minute. Stop for 1 second. What was her title? Miss?
Miss.
Yeah, for you, sir, for you, miss.
What should it have been?
What
And
should
then
it
she
have been?
says,
Your Highness?
well, here's the thing. If I get a miss, then he should get a mister. If he gets a sir, then I should get a ma'am, or for the lady, actually, I prefer doctor. I'm like,
Fuck you.
yeah. It's like they're just trying to be polite. They're not worrying about what they're fucking saying. I mean, this is what people are pissed off about. This one's great. You'll love this because this is all that fucking bullshit transgender yada yada crap.
Okay.
So for anybody who doesn't know what's going on, like, have you know the term CIS? CIS? I had to look this up.
No, I don't even
It's
know
basically
that.
guys are guys, women are women.
And then
it's
in the
basically
middle.
normal.
Yeah.
So, since this blog is about microaggressions, I just wanted to point out one thing. 3 months ago, when you commented, a friend, when she saw my 1-year-old son wearing leggings under his jeans in the winter, I felt slightly uncomfortable because of the gendering of someone so young.
Oh.
I'm trans, and I could never watch videos from when I was young because there's so much cis as default misgendering of me before I could even speak properly. Stuff like that feels really
my
awful.
God.
Sorry. So she basically is saying, as a 3-year-old, her parents were saying, "Oh, you're such a nice little girl," and she's pissed about that.
Did you have a vagina?
Yeah.
I went to the dentist a couple weeks ago, and I hadn't been there in a few years, so I had to fill out the paperwork all over again.
Yeah.
And it said male, female, other.
Yeah,
And
fuck
I
you.
checked other just to fuck with them. and the receptionist just, she like wouldn't even make eye contact with me because she was so freaked out that I put
believe it.
other on there.
That's so good.
What? But see, here's the problem, and you can keep reading them. That's fine.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
But the bigger issue, and the reason that you have a website like that, and the reason that you have this horse shit going on in the world right now, is because we let it happen. At some point, if you want it to stop, there's one way to make it stop.
Kill people.
2 simple words. Fuck you.
Yep.
No, you just got to say fuck you. If somebody said to me, I try to be polite to people. I'll open a door for a girl. I'll fucking...
Well, that's old school.
Okay.
They don't know that now.
But that's fine. But if somebody gave me shit about it, know what my answer would be? Fuck you.
Yep.
And I wouldn't give a shit whose feelings I hurt. I don't care.
No,
But that's
I
what I'm
agree.
saying. This website, if you look at it, 95% of what's posted
Yeah.
is just people getting butthurt over a simple
Oh, yeah.
situation where if any one of us in the room would hear somebody say that to us, we would go, dude, you're a dumb fuck.
Dude,
Like,
that happened to
yeah.
me tonight at Mission Barbecue. I'm meeting some friends there to eat dinner.
right?
Okay.
I get there at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And there's like 14 people in line, and there's like 3 booths open.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm not going to wait for them. I'm going to get in line so I can get a booth so we have a place to sit.
Right.
So I get in line, I get my food. I sit down at this big booth made for like 6 because it's the only place that was open. I'm waiting for my friends to arrive.
Yeah.
Some woman walks by, instead of minding her own fucking business, walks up to the booth and goes, "Are you sitting in this big booth all by yourself?"
What's it look like, you
And I
stupid
look at her
cunt?
and I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "That's rude."
Okay.
And I said, "So is interrupting somebody's meal." And I just like snarled at her, and she walked away. I was like, "Mind your own fucking business."
Exactly.
Well, and-
why does this shit bother you?
Yeah, well, but
I mean,
that's-
it's completely fucking pointless.
it's an entitled behavior. It's everybody feels like they're entitled to their own comfort at anybody else's expense. That no matter what you think, you're supposed to worry about what they think. And at some point, you just have to be like, suck my fucking balls.
Is that
until
not
you fucking
social
choke.
media's fault?
Oh, I believe.
oh, dude, that's
Social media is
Whole
fucking
nother-
cancer.
It's made everybody think that everything they say is supposed to be important.
So-
look.
social
I
media
was.
is
You know what I was
cancer.
bringing to the table tonight?
What?
I have solved the gun issue. Everyone's looking for a solution or why this happens, why that happens.
Yeah.
I have the fucking solution.
Shoot more people.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. I fucking hate people. You guys, you and Neely can make fun of me all you want for like loving dogs more than people, but there's a reason because dogs are fucking cool and people suck ass. But, dude, everyone's like arguing about this gun debate. Like, my boobs, no. Phil
No,
Ooze,
you're wrong there.
no. Phil Ooze, no.
He's wrong there.
Yeah, Phil Ooze, no.
Oh, that's
But
Is that a picture of actually Phil?
Phil just got cracked back on. Nice.
Wow.
Dude, the gun debate is such an easy thing. First of all, it's not guns, guns, If you, right now, Aiken, you have the judge.
Yeah.
You could go lay it in the middle of the floor right here as we're talking.
Sure.
No one's going to die.
No.
So it's not the gun. Everyone knows that. But I'm not going there. Everyone wonders, how do we stop these shootings? How is this going to stop? It's never going to fucking stop, and here's why. People are fucking dickheads.
Yeah.
Okay? And if
People
you
are
notice,
fucking mentally ill dickheads.
Yeah.
mentally ill doesn't even fucking matter. Don't even get me started on that crap. Dude, it's so fucking simple. As people get closer and closer together because of social media, technology, the world gets shittier and shittier. Because you said it, social media, man, Joe. Like, everybody before social media and the internet had to kind of like wonder, man, that guy probably is a dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
But now you know that the guy next to you is a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
And it just creates anger and vitriol.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said on the show, Aiken, you and Neely were talking about people have no coping skills, no confrontational
Right.
abilities. And you combine that with anger and all this stuff, people are going to get shot.
See,
It's so simple, man. Like,
Here-
it's not the guns. People can't handle conflict. Everyone is like
People
catering.
suck.
Yeah, people suck. People cannot handle conflict,
Right.
and they get so angry because everyone's a fuckhead on social media and on the internet. So it's like,
well, they're internet tough guys.
yeah, exactly. I had it done to me the other day. I'm gonna fuck your fat wife.
Okay.
And I'm like, dude, you saw a picture of my wife. She's 125 fucking pounds. You know she's not fat. So you're just, I'd say it to your face. I'm like, would you really?
Okay. Here's my address.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's-
when I
the
was
shootings
doing,
aren't gonna fucking stop.
when I was doing the metal show, and John, you saw this firsthand. People would call in all the time saying, "I'm gonna kick your fucking ass," blah blah blah, and my answer was always the same. I walk out at 12:02.
Yep.
Here's my address.
Yeah.
Here's where the studio is. I'll be out there at 12:02.
Yeah.
And only one time did somebody show up, and I beat that motherfucker within an inch of his life.
Yeah.
I hammered him so hard I snapped a fucking mirror off with his fucking head off his car.
Jesus
I smashed his
Christ.
head right through the fucking mirror and took it right off his car.
Nice.
I was like, but there's a thing with these microaggressions, and it's the bigger, to me, it's the biggest problem that we have, and I don't give a fuck. These are just fucking spoiled, shitty kids, and to be honest, I blame my generation that raised these fucking douchebags.
Oh, I agree.
Because it's our fault that we didn't teach our kids to be fucking tough.
Two super short ones for you, perfectly pointing out your example. Meet any nice boys? My mother, aunt, and grandmother, whenever I come home from college.
Yeah.
And the next one. I'm shopping for a birthday card for my dad. He's black. All the cards are for white dads.
Are they? Why? That's
Really?
your interpretation.
Yeah,
Really?
exactly.
Your interpretation.
Exactly.
But here's where microaggressions as a whole, pick any one of these that you want, are the bigger problem.
Dude.
The bigger problem is, and I'll speak for me, and then I'll make my point based on me.
Sure.
Which may be right, maybe just fucking me being a fucking asshole. I want people to be a little bit afraid of me. I want people to know that I have that gun, and I want them to not be sure that I won't use it.
Because they'll be less likely to fuck with
Yeah,
you.
Right.
I want people to know that if they raise their mouth up just a little bit, there's no guarantee that I'm going to be like, dude, just chill out. And you're a prime example of that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you and me and you are fucking brothers. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
we are brothers as much as my brother Jason that came out of my mom's snatch is my brother.
Yep.
And John and I have thrown down a couple of times. Well, John's been thrown down.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But you know what? And not with John. I don't worry about John. But in the
Right.
biggest picture, I want people to be a little less. I can say whatever I want. I can attack you for whatever you want. I can do whatever you want toward me because you can't. I won't accept that. That's why the societal move toward these microaggressions is to try and neutralize anybody that has some sort of strength. And the biggest flaw with that though is not with day-to-day life, it's with business. You get into business with a fucking pussy. I love when I go out. I love when I'm working with my Aiken IT shit. And I get into a bidding war with some guy that's soft. Because I will dominate that motherfucker. I will steal every job from that guy every goddamn day of the week. because I'm not soft, because I will mow him the fuck over. But I do that in my personal life too. When I go out to the bar, people get the fucking crazy hair and the fucking scars and everything else. People look at me a little bit different, and they look at me like, all right, he's acting like an asshole, but I'm not going to go over there and say anything to him. I'm going to leave that one alone, because that guy is the guy that will get up and punch me in my fucking cunt. And that's what I want. And I think we've gotten away from that. You know, in the old days, and you guys remember this, we're all old guys. In the old days, we didn't fucking have this, well, you hurt my feelings, so I'm going to tell somebody.
No, we used to go out in the back.
Go out in the
Take
back,
care.
wherever
Yeah.
it was, and
Yep.
fucking handle our business.
It's like my high school had 1,000 kids. Never once did I see anybody with a gun or a knife.
No,
if you had a
no.
problem, you went out back, you beat the shit out
Yeah.
of each
Yeah.
other, and the next day you probably had lunch together.
Yeah, the next day you were like, dude, are we done with this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay, we're done with it. Okay, fine. That's why we didn't have any fucking school shootings.
Right.
Because we solved the shit behind the woods, behind the fence, behind the tree, whatever the behind the was. That's how we settled
Yep.
shit. Now it's amazing to me that you say something like, my goodness, girl, you look really nice. Well, why shouldn't I look really nice? Shut up!
Yeah.
It's a compliment, you fucking cunt. Okay, you're a fucking scary fucking mutant, you bitch.
Or they take it as sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Well,
Bunch
I
of
actually
fucking
have
bullshit.
one of those too. A coworker complained to my supervisor after I referred to myself as a dyke, my language of choice for my orientation, in the lunchroom. I was told that this is unprofessional language by my supervisor. Well, yeah, because you can say, I'm a dyke, but if someone calls you a dyke, you're going to go, you're anti-gay people.
Yeah.
You can't have it fucking both ways, man.
How about this? Why do I have to be pro-gay people?
Why do you have to be anything? I
Yeah.
completely agree with you.
Well, I mean, I personally don't give a shit who you stick your dick in. I could care less. I don't care if you start fucking dudes and you start fucking dudes and you start fucking animals. I don't give a shit what any of y'all do.
I'd probably choose an animal over a dude, but that's another.
I'd probably choose a ham.
Look, don't say
Who's
it
going to
like-
the petting zoo with me this weekend? Come on.
don't say
You
it
do
like
work
a
for
ham
Kitten
is
Crazy, Joe.
Don't say it like a ham is a bad thing.
Oh my God! So,
No, but what's my opinion is my fucking opinion.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm not asking
You have to tolerate everybody, and
Fuck
you have to be
them.
acceptance of
Well,
everybody.
you don't have to.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No,
you don't.
I know what he's saying. He's saying, "Oh, he's being sarcastic."
In business, you do, not in real life. The problem is that too many people. There's way too many people these days that are so fucking afraid of a title or a label that they won't fucking say what they mean, which to me is scarier. What is more scarier? The guy that says up front, I don't like gay people, or the guy that doesn't but fucking secretly hates gay people?
Would you want a guy who secretly, if you were a gay
Right.
person, would you want a guy who secretly hates gay people baking your wedding cake?
No.
Guarantee there's going to be something in there that's not food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or his food and his general fucking sexual habits.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
I never understand that kind of, like, for me, I hate anything that like defines based on sexuality, gender, race. It's all crap to me. Like, I mean, I had an argument with my own father because his brother, my uncle, he's gay. And when he came out like 22, 23 years ago, whatever, my dad was like throwing a fucking fit, and he's like, I can't believe this. And I'm like, why? Like, what does it matter? How does it affect you? Like, it literally doesn't affect you at all.
Yeah.
Like, so who gives a shit? Like,
Yeah.
why are you upset about this?
It doesn't affect the 6 inches of body mass that you're worried about. So shut up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
You
It
know?
just, like, why worry about what the fuck people do? Like,
The only time it affects you is when somebody is in your face demanding that you do something for
Yeah.
someone based on whatever orientation they are.
But
yeah, very true. Good
and
point.
if you stand up to it, it backs off. And that is the truth. And I've told this story before on the show, but I'll tell it again. I had that run-in with Pinball PA. I tried to do a ladies' night where, I noticed at Pinball PA our first year that it was straight cock. There was nothing but cock coming into the fucking place. There were no chicks. So I was trying to get the women involved. So I was like, the women could come in for free on Wednesday nights with their dude. Have a thing. Immediately, as soon as within hours of the newsletter going out, I get a fucking phone call from the local LBGTQXLBX3 fucking community saying that I need to change that and that I'm not inclusive and that that women don't need a man to bring them to whatever. I get this phone call and I told them flat out, I said, you don't run my business. I do. And what I ended up doing was I canceled all of it altogether. I said, you know what? Then fuck you. No women get in free. And then once I canceled, I put it out. I put it out in our newsletter again and put it on all our social media that due to this organization, we're canceling this. Yeah. So if you want to be pissed off at them. They're the ones that fucking got this canceled for those of you that wanted to do it. Well, then I get another phone call from that same organization saying, well, that's not what we wanted you to do. And my answer was, I don't give a fuck what you wanted me to do. I'm the one that put $100,000 of hard cash up on this fucking business, not you. So you don't get to fucking tell me how to fucking run my business. Go fuck yourself with a fucking razor blade lined strap on, you fucking cunts.
People just get so butthurt over every little thing.
Yeah.
Without realizing it's like you're actually you're not helping anything. You're actually making things fucking worse. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And they make it worse based on their agenda, not mine. You know, and I'll go back to this pinball thing. I was trying for a very specific audience. I was trying for, since we had an audience of men, I was trying for those men's girlfriends to get in free. Specifically trying to market to them to see that the place is cool and that they could enjoy the place. That it wasn't just a dude fest where they couldn't fucking come in and have fun too. That was what I was going for. This bitch calls me up and is like, well, that's not what we want. And I was like, I don't care because I'm already not getting the women that you are. You're already not coming to my business. So fuck you. You're not who I'm trying to market to.
Yep.
I'm trying to market to a specific bunch of people. And just because you don't like it, fuck you. Right. Start your own goddamn place. Put it down the street from mine and let's go to business school. See which one of us wins, you fucking twats.
Yeah, it goes back to like you've always made the best point about private businesses. Like you can sell to whoever you want to fucking sell to.
Yeah.
It's your goddamn business.
Yeah.
And when people get angry about, well, you know, you can't do that. You can't not sell to me. Like the whole, you know, I mean, the big, all the rage is the whole gay cake thing, whatever the fuck that whole thing is. Mm-hmm. Like, are you telling me that, like, let's say someone, like, if these gay people that are, like, pissed off about, you know, well, you know, they wouldn't, you know, bake me a cake because of, you know, our sexual orientation, because of their Christianity, this, that, and the other, whatever religious thing. Like, okay, well, let's just say that, you know, you have a business, you know, and you don't like a certain, like, race or something. Like, are you now going to all of a sudden, wow, Melanie D'Angelo. Okay, well, that just
looking at that too, huh?
All right, that just derailed it. Sweet. Maybe we should just talk about tits from now on.
I'm liking Who is this Melanie? She must be new to the chat.
I don't know.
I hope that's her.
Yeah, right. I was just about to say. Wow. All right. That kind of looks like.
Anyway, you were saying.
So yeah. Now I'm kind of derailed.
Well, I'll jump in on this.
That shit's been going on for a year. I mean, 25 years ago, there were bars and restaurants that said we reserve the right to refuse service to anyone.
Yeah. So why is that not appropriate?
How's that any different?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, and Chris, because I know you're ex-military, and now this is going back to 81 maybe.
All right.
We had a guy on a boat, was in the head.
Yeah.
And fucking, he got reached, you know, and this is back when gays weren't allowed.
Sure, okay.
Some guy reached over and grabbed his fucking yank.
Yeah. And
he beat the fuck out of him. He got thrown in the brig for whatever it was.
Even though he got his dick pulled?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, back in then, and, you know, it's to me personally, I could give a fuck about if you just don't touch me.
Yeah.
And this guy got yanked, so he fucking belted on him.
Yeah.
And was a good guy. He was a fucking 4-0 sailor. What you
Right.
know.
He just happened to like cock.
Nowadays, he would just join the Me Too movement.
No, the guy that got yanked was
Hashtag
a 4.0,
Me Too, Joe.
Oh, all right.
and he got fucking, he cold cocked him, and he got thrown in the brig. Now, what the fuck? First off, how did this fucking guy get in the military?
Mm-hmm.
And second, why did he get thrown in the brig
Well,
first?
if anybody touches your,
I mean, for
if anybody
touching-
touches your cock without permission, you should be able to beat the fuck out of them.
Exactly. That's
Exactly.
my point.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my point. And this, now we're talking
including
19
doctors.
Well, my point is, first off, the guy.
I'm
was-
not going for a sinus infection. He's feeling my balls. What the fuck?
Wait a minute.
I'm just here for glasses.
Wait a minute. Is this Joe Cleon on the air, or is it Bobby Blotzer? Or excuse me,
still,
Stephen
why
Adler?
did he
Is this
get-
Adler on the air now? Or?
Why did he get thrown in the fucking brig? Is a question I've had for fucking 30
Fear.
years now.
Fear.
Dude,
COs
people are
be
all
fear.
butthurt. I mean, let's
Yeah,
let's
but
like
this was at a point when queers, gays, whatever the fuck you want to call them, weren't allowed in the military.
Right.
well, yeah. I mean, dude, don't forget. I mean, Donald Trump got elected president because, I mean, people are all these social justice warriors and all this other shit. Like, Trump got elected because these guys are these guys, girls, whatever. Like, everyone has turned into such a giant fucking pussy
Yeah.
that people that are tired of that attitude of the you gotta cater to every tiny little thing, like that's how Donald Trump became president.
There's like
Like-
17 gender specifications.
Yeah,
No,
I mean the
there's not.
cis thing. I had to look up cis. CIS.
No, there's not. There's not. There's 15 made up
And
ones.
then
Yeah,
there's,
and then
there's
there's
the new
two.
flavor of the day, which is my absolute favorite, the incel.
What is
The
that?
what?
You never heard of that? That
What
one
is the-
reason
Wait, what is it called?
Incel. Involuntarily celibate. You didn't hear about that? Oh my god, it's all over the news.
Involuntarily celibate.
There's
Wait,
the
so
one-
you
the-
don't
the one-
fuck and it's not your choice?
The one shooter recently went on an incel rebellion because women won't have sex with him. I can't
Oh,
believe
God,
it.
so you're
Where
too
have you guys
ugly to
been?
fuck
This has
and-
been all over the news for the past couple of weeks.
How have I missed incels?
Wow.
And there's these
I don't watch the news,
And
so.
these incel groups are getting banned from social media because they're hating on women and they're saying horrible things about women because they won't fuck these guys that are just like basically unfuckable guys.